Am I the asshole? For not reacting well to my sister's pregnancy? I have an older sister and a brother. My sister is currently the only sibling with a child, my 2-year-old nephew Alex. I'm a full-time college student and work part-time. I also live alone, so I don't see friends and family as much, and I only go out occasionally because I have bills to pay and barely any spare time due to work and college. A few weeks ago, I decided to have a few days off from college for last week, and my sister asked me if my nephew could stay at mine for the day as we haven't bonded, and I agreed. I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but I'm not really a kids person and prefer not to be around them. When Friday came, it was time to pick up my nephew so I could have him for the day. And it's beginning to get cold now, so his mother wraps him up in layers when he goes outside. After driving home, I took my nephew inside my apartment and got the layers off. I noticed the t-shirt had some writing and read it, "I'm going to be a big brother." I was happy for him that he was going to be a big brother. His mum and dad have been talking about planning for baby number 2 for a long time since he was born. A few hours later, my sister called me to see how he was doing and asked if I noticed anything about the shirt. I said yeah, I know he will be a big brother. She said, "And?" So I said congratulations. She hung up the phone immediately. About 2 hours after the phone call happened, I dropped my nephew off to his parents, and my parents and brother were there waiting, which was unexpected. My sister and her husband got my nephew to bed, and they came downstairs as soon as he was sleeping. My parents started arguing with me, calling me an asshole for the way I responded and telling me I should be over the moon that my nephew was going to be a big brother. My sister's pregnancy isn't the biggest news in the world. My parents and I argued for a bit and I left. They did blow up my phone for a while, continuing to say my response was an a-hole response. A few days later, my sister and her husband were on all the social media apps. My brother finally shared the news on social media and told all his mates he would be an uncle again. My parents and siblings are pissed with me still because I'm not announcing on Facebook or WhatsApp, which are the only social media app I use, that I'm going to be an aunt again. They're also pissed off that I'm not going around telling every Tom, Dick and Harry I'm going to be an aunt again. X200B. Am I the asshole here, or are my family overreacting, which I think they're doing? Not the asshole, Jesus Christ, not the asshole. Your family sounds exhausting. Not the asshole, this is some passive-aggressive nonsense. Your sister could have told you herself that she's having a baby instead of doing this roundabout you need to bond with your nephew bit just to use him as a baby announcement. Does she do elaborate gender reveals that she posts all over Instagram too? Not the asshole. Your family is overreacting. You don't have to be over the moon about her pregnancy, nor should they expect you to be. It's not your kid and you don't have to be posting about it or telling anyone, that's up to the parents. Just be pleasant as you have been and you're fine. Not the asshole, blow up their phones when you graduate asking them why they aren't broadcasting the news on every possible platform. Not the asshole. My family overreacting. Not only. This guilt tripping lets them have a free babysitter. You. Not the asshole. It's not only not their first child, but it's not your child, it's theirs. If anyone should be announcing it on social media, it's the parents. You have every right to not be elated for them. I always find it so weird people get upset over this. Like what, congrats you cream-peed your wife and made another human, woo. But I am also not a kids person. Not the asshole. It's not like you said anything negative, and they can't dictate your level of enthusiasm for someone else's life event. Not the asshole. Like, they were trying to trap you into having a reaction that's weird as F. You aren't a kids person, why would you need more than saying congratulations? Not the asshole. It's so frustrating when family members expect other family members to react or live life the same way as them. They brand that person a problem when in fact it is them who are the problem. You're different people. It's okay to be you. Not the asshole your family is overreacting, a lot. Not the asshole your family sounds exhausting. I thought rules about SM were to keep it to your own life and let others tell their own stories. You don't write posts about other people's news. You are in the middle of school and working. That is where your head is at. Your family is overreacting. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. As your sister was planning for number 2, I think to see the nephew with that t-shirt, I too wouldn't have immediately thought that it means his sister is actually pregnant. And even if you immediately connected the dots, it's still fully okay to not be over the moon about this. Not the asshole. I guess that some grandparents are extremely excited about grandkids, especially the first couple. I do not understand when they get irrationally angry at anyone who doesn't treat the pregnancy kids like it's the highest priority in their lives. Not the asshole, but I understand where your sister is coming from. I think she just wanted more support enthusiasm in something that was exciting for her, so your dry response probably disappointed her. I don't agree with having to parade her news on social media, but I think you should put yourself in her shoes and imagine how you'd feel if she expressed zero enthusiasm about something you were so excited about, like a new job, a new partner, etc. SH, and I'm standing by it. Your family is doing too much, but damn, I'm not even particularly close to my sibling, and they showed more excitement when I got a work promotion than you showed for your sister's pregnancy. I'd be kinda hurt. It's very human to want your family to be enthusiastic about your life choices. I suspect there's a lot more to your history with these people than is covered by this post. It sounds like there are some existing tensions and resentments on all sides. You shouldn't have had to be prompted to congratulate them. But they are also expecting you to care way more than is realistic. ESH. Your family is overreacting. I don't even understand what kind of reaction they expected from you. I would consider myself a kids person, and I think you're totally not the asshole. They're just being unreasonable. Not the asshole. Honestly, it might be insulting, but they sound like total attention seekers. I'm not a kid person either, and I get that some people don't get excited to the least tbh. I don't even know if I could handle a day with a kid, so whenever I hear someone is pregnant I pretend to be excited for them, cause I know that for some reason they'd take it to heart if I didn't. I get why your sister got upset, but your parents? Totally unreasonable on their part. It's not like you said okay, so? You said congratulations. Your reaction was fine, and you don't have to act all excited to feed their ego. Don't get me started on the sharing on social crap. Not the asshole. While it would have been nice of you to act more excited when you talked to your sister, expecting you to post it on social media is ridiculous. Social media is garbage. Not the asshole. You'll be an auntie and that's great, but it doesn't need to be on freaking CNN. Your family needs to get over it. Yes, they're overreacting, but you're being cold and self-centered tbh. You don't have to be excited for the baby yourself, but you could have bothered your ass to rustle up a little joy for your sister's happiness. A lot of people would kill to have a family that cares about them, and wants to include them in things. It's not big news to you, and you shouldn't need to announce it on social media. However, it does suck that your sister had to prompt you to say congratulations. It is big news for her. When people have big news, you congratulate them. Like, imagine you graduated with exceptionally high scores or got an international recognition for your work. That's big news for you, it's not for others. If you told someone, wouldn't you be bummed if their reaction was "yeah, I know, you sent a card"? Not the asshole. It's their news to announce to the world, not yours. Probably unpopular, but ESH. Your family expects too much. You suck because you only congratulated her them begrudgingly. Emotionally stingy. You don't have to be a kid person. I'm not to be happy for someone else. So yeah, everyone gets a soft R badge from me. Lol, not R.